Craig Fouie, Colin Harmon here, talking about the Jacoby Brissett sitting out of practice. He's not here for OTAs, hasn't been here for the offseason workout. He has a $50,000 offseason workout bonus. He's forfeiting that because he's not happy with his contract heading into 2026.
As Mike LaFleur has reminded all of us many times, this is voluntary.
That's right.
But everybody else, for the most part, is there. And that's not great optics here. I understand what he's doing. You know, he's making $4.8 million base next year.
Right.
Only 1.5 of which is guaranteed. Gardner Minshew comes in. He's making $5.14 million guaranteed right off the hop.
Yeah.
And Jacoby played well enough last year. Let's be honest. I mean, you can point to and say, well, he didn't lead to any wins. Fair. I understand. He's 1-11, but your numbers, he throws for almost 3,400 yards, completion percentage just under 65%, and the most important thing, 23 touchdowns to 8 interceptions.
Yeah.
Pretty dang good ratio.
No, it is.
You know, coming in on a bad football team.
Right.
Your first go-around, and your rating's over 94. That's well enough at the quarterback position in the NFL, where guys are making upwards of $40 and $50 million as a starting quarterback. Over half the league, or 14, are making over $40 million.
Yeah.
18 are making over $20 million. And here are the Cardinals barely getting to 5 with multiple quarterbacks.
You know, it's interesting because I was at practice yesterday and watched the entirety of practice, and Gardner Minshew and Keaton Slovis got the vast majority of snaps. I asked Mike LaFleur afterwards, I said, what about Carson Beck? He didn't get a lot of snaps today. He goes, it's all balancing out as we practice. So you may not have seen it today, but he's getting his snaps too. And I asked about Jacoby Brissett, and he said the same thing he's always said. He's a veteran. It's all about the speed. Typically, these guys trying to learn the speed of the game. He knows it. He's played in it. I said, but what about the verbiage? What about he's run everything we're probably going to run. It's just a matter of what we call it. But he's losing ground, right? We understand that. You know, I'm sticking with where he's a veteran. He'll be fine. You know, and so no matter what you ask, the same answer comes back, because you asked the same question, or we did a week ago, and it was the same answer, right? He's a veteran. It's the speed of the game. He'll be fine.
Mike looks very uncomfortable whenever that question comes up.
Yeah,
he's like, I got to be careful because we're in negotiations. I don't want to put my foot in my mouth here for the organization. And, you know, everyone's trying to play the leverage side here. Again, I understand where Jacoby's at. And, hey, this is my last chance probably to get some money. I'm going to try to get whatever I can out of it. I played well enough last year. I understand his logic. If I'm the Arizona Cardinals, though, I'd be willing to call his bluff.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. You know, I talked to Josh Weinfuss yesterday after practice from ESPN, covers the Cardinals since 2013, I think. Depending on which side of the coin you're on, right? If you're on the Monty Ossenfort Cardinal side, why do we have to pay this guy? He's under contract, right? We have him. We can trade him. We can do whatever we want. We don't have to do a lot. Is wins and losses a quarterback stat? Probably not, right? If you ask Dan Marino, he's a pretty darn good quarterback, never won a Super Bowl, right? I mean, it was like one of those things where wins and losses, he was 1-11 in 12 starts. But when you look at career completion percentage, career average yards, 3,366, as you mentioned, 23 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. And if you talk to anybody on the team, they love him.
Michael Wilson loves him. He says, I owe him forever for what he did for my career last year.
Yeah.
But if you go side by side, because let's be honest here, the Cardinals aren't winning a Super Bowl. They're not winning the division. They're not going to the playoffs. They're going to be jockeying for the number 1 overall pick next April. So what do they have to lose by saying, okay, Jacoby, fine, sit out? Like, where else are you going to go? What else are you going to do? No other team in the NFL is giving you a starting opportunity.
No.
And, you played well last year, but we're not positioned to win this coming year. They can spin it however they want of, we're going to be competitive. We all know what the Cardinals are going to be next season, and it's the opposite of competitive.
Yeah.
But you look at Minshew's career numbers and Brissett's numbers side by side.
Yeah.
Minshew holds a better win-loss percentage over his career. So, okay, you could say win-loss isn't a quarterback stat. That's fine. His completion percentage is better over the course of his career. His passing yards per attempt is better. His passing yards per game is better. His touchdowns per game is better. His rating is better. So where's the drop-off? You brought in Minshew. He has plenty of veteran. I know he's been a lot of places and been a stopgap for multiple teams.
So is Jacoby.
But that's exactly what the Cardinals, the position they're in right now.
That's correct.
And I think the biggest thing is Carson Beck, we know when they drafted him with the first pick in the 3rd round. It's to see if they have something there before they go down the road of drafting a quarterback 1st, 2nd, or 3rd overall this year.
That's right.
Coming up. you have to give him a long enough runway to see what you have.
Which means
He's starting by week 10, week 11, week 12.
Halloween, Thanksgiving, yeah.
Whatever the number is, does he need 5 games? Does he need 8 games?
Right.
At that point, the Cardinals are going to be out of it, especially with how tough the beginning of their schedule is for the upcoming season. So why are we, if I'm the Cardinals, why am I paying Jacoby when you're maybe playing half a season and we have a guy in here in Gardner Minshew that can effectively do the exact same thing?
Right.
Play decent enough, don't kill us, but we're going to get killed every game anyways.
Right. And I watched Gardner Minshew yesterday in practice, and like I said, he and Keaton Slovis got all the reps yesterday. But Gardner Minshew is into it, right? It's OTAs. It's voluntary organized team activities, and he doesn't have to be there, but he's there. He's running the offense. And every play he was in, he was celebrating. He was going and handshaking, high-fiving the receiver that caught a pass, the running back that broke a tackle, the blocker that blocked for him when he was dropping back. He's into it. And I asked him afterwards, I said, you've got this energy about you. He goes, it's football. I love it. He goes, I'm 30 years old. He goes, I love being out there. Who wouldn't love that?
And he's had it since his days at Washington State and the mustache mania. And Minshew mania. I mean, the guy's beloved in every locker room he's been in. He's just one of those dudes. So I got no worries about the Cardinals locker room galvanizing around Gardner Minshew until Carson Beck's ready to take the reins. So again, Jacoby was great, and it'd be nice for the Cardinals to have him because you know what you have there.
That's right.
And he has the rapport with Michael Wilson. Marvin Harrison, no quarterback's been able to find that with Marv yet.
No.
But you would hope. Again, going back to the money though, you look at it from the Cardinals' perspective. Well, they're also paying their running back room over $60 million.
Yes, they are.
Who are they going to keep? Who are they going to get rid of? I was looking by teams that are paying guys, running backs, over $3 million per year as a running back as an annual average. The Cardinals have 3 of them. There's only 5 teams in the NFL that have 2. And obviously a whole list of them that only have 1 that meet that metric. So they're paying the running backs a ton of money this coming season.
That's why I continue to believe they're going to trade one of those guys. I don't think it's going to be Tyler Algier because they just signed him. But it may be James Conner. It may be Trey Benson, right? Because now you have Jeremiah Love making a ton of money, 4th highest paid contract with the Cardinals.
I don't know what you would get for James Conner. Obviously, he's on the wrong side of 30. He's coming off a devastating injury. He's on his last year of his contract.
Yeah, maybe a day 3 pick, maybe a 3rd, 4th rounder.
But I think he's invaluable for his leadership and what he's in the locker room when you're paying over $53 million for Jeremiah Love in the total contract. Having a veteran that's been there and done that, that's been a leader in your locker room, I think it's worth the $3 million. So if anybody's tradable, I think it's probably Trey Benson. Yeah. If you've seen enough, they spent a 3rd round pick on him a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Didn't really get a run his rookie year and was injured a game or 2 after James Conner got injured last year. So he didn't have but
how many times
opportunity to run away with the job?
How many times as a Cardinals fan and how many players have we said he flashed? We saw flashes, and I can go back years and years, decades, and say how many players over the years and how many times we said he showed flashes. He showed, it's like we've done this before. We've been down this road before. We need to see production, not flashes. We need to see consistent production out of the players that are on the field if you're going to win. And you said it before, this team, Vegas has them at 4.5 wins. I don't know if I'm taking the under on
I am taking the under absolutely as well. I mean, they might start 0-11. This is just they're underdogs and double-digit underdogs in their first 3 games. And I forgot what the number is. It's something crazy, like 7 of their first 11 or something like that.
Somebody was asked that earlier. I heard it this week on one of the television shows, and they said, come on, it's May. How do you pick over and unders and underdogs in May? Come on, a lot can change between now and September. And I'm like, not really.
Nothing in the NFC West is changing for the Cardinals' benefit. No. So anyway, I guess.
But I also see, go back to Jacoby, I also see his position too.
100%.
He has a chance to be the starter. He was allegedly, according to all the insiders, somebody in the Cardinals organization said, you're our starter going into 2026.
Naturally, he was the only guy that had been there.
He's the only guy that was around. The light bulb went off. They traded Kyler Murray to the Vikings. And then
here, I have leverage. Let me try to get some more money out of this deal.
And I don't blame him. You've got $1.5 million guaranteed. If he comes out and gets hurt in game 3, he has $1.5 million.
And that could be the end of his NFL career.
Correct.
Not much runway left for Jacoby.
No.
Certainly not as a contributing guy.
He's been in the league since 2016 and been with a bunch of teams, and he's a backup quarterback that has finally found a spot where he can start, and the team wants him, and the players like him. He's beloved in the locker room, and he's a big guy, probably like Mike LaFleur likes, right? 6'4", 240 plus pounds, can stand in the pocket, go under center, do whatever he wants him to do.
Anybody in Jacoby's position would do the same exact thing.
Right. I would.
And Michael Wilson said, listen, everybody in the locker room here understands why Jacoby's not here. This isn't some, what are you doing? You're distracting from the team. Everybody gets it in the locker room, outside of it.
Yeah.
Anyone in his position would do the same thing. But that doesn't mean the Cardinals have to fold and cater to what Jacoby wants. And I'd be, if I'm Monty Ossenfort, and certainly Michael Bidwell, we know he doesn't like to throw out a ton of money.
No.
Okay, fine. Don't come.
Yeah. No.
We're
okay.
We have a quarterback that's a veteran. Again, Carson Beck's going to have to start here at some point midway through the season and see what we have. And he's going to take his lumps and his licks, and we're going to be out of the playoff race and this, that, and the other. But let's see if he can show enough, flash long enough to say, okay, maybe we have something here and we can kick the can. We don't have to draft a quarterback with the first overall pick. We can continue with, a generational edge rusher, first, second, or third overall that can really help us.
Yeah.
If I'm the Cardinals, I'm doing that. Jacoby, we'd love to have you here, but you're not getting another dime from me.
No, and Mike LaFleur's position, he's the head coach, and he has to move forward. They have 4 OTA practices, voluntary practices left, and 3 minicamp practices. That's it. And then they break for the summer, and they come back to training camp. Jacoby likely is not going to be there for those practices. So what do you do as head coach? You move forward with Gardner Minshew and Keaton Slovis and Carson Beck. That's all you can do.
Well, and let's not forget, when mandatory minicamp starts up here in a few weeks, all of a sudden fines start going Jacoby's way. So what's already a small salary for starting quarterbacks in the NFL is going to continue to get dipped out of.
No, that's true.
So that's the point of, okay, that's where I'm waiting to see what he does.
Yeah. No, and I don't think he's moving. And again, I talked to Josh Weinfuss from ESPN yesterday, and he said, I don't see this happening before training camp starts. He just doesn't see it there. As he told me, and he said it publicly, they are significantly far apart on where they are negotiating from. That's not
I can
good.
Understand why.
Yeah. And you mentioned it earlier.
Either person has to move.
Yeah, the starting quarterbacks are between 45 and 55 million, right? Average, and that's a lot of money, and he's got 4.88. That's a big difference for a starting quarterback. Gardner Minshew seems happy. He's got a home. He loves it here. Likes it. Got a 1-year contract to be a free agent next year. Got nothing to lose.
He might have an opportunity to jump in day one starter and hand the reins over to Carson Beck midway through the year. Not a bad gig for Gardner here.
And anybody that's been in that situation as a player understands that that's part of the business, right?
Yep.
I asked Gardner about that yesterday. It's part of the business. We understand it, right? It's what happens. It's just Buda Baker said the same thing. Part of the business. When those guys come back, we'll welcome back with open arms. We love our guys, but we understand that's part of the business. What always eats at my craw is you're under contract, right? It's not like there's no contract. You're under contract. You at some point agreed to this deal, and now you're not happy with it.
Well, the situation's also changed.
No, it has.
So
it has.
And again, to go back to what Mike LaFleur said all along, it's voluntary. So we'll see what happens in a couple weeks' time with mandatory minicamp. And if Jacoby shows up, I agree. I don't think he'll show up either.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah.
I mean, if you're doing this already and you're trying to get anything out of it, you push this thing till the last second in training camp. But again, from the Cardinals' perspective, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, if you want to show up, great. But if not, then sit at home, and you're wasting away your final year of starting in the NFL, most likely.
There is a reason they signed Gardner Minshew.
Yep.
Right. They knew all along what they were going to do and what was going to happen. And they brought him in, and he has done everything they've expected him to do and more at this point. Mike LaFleur said yesterday, talked to him when he was at the Senior Bowl from Washington State years ago. His hair may be a little longer, looks more like a surfer dude now than he did then, but doing everything I've asked him to do.
I think where Jacoby's overplayed his hand in thinking that the Cardinals have any chance of being competitive this year. It's one thing if, okay, this team has a chance to sneak into a wild card or be competitive.
All right.
Nobody thinks the Cardinals are going to be that this year. So
they do.
sure, publicly speaking, anyone with a brain can look at that schedule
Right,
and
right.
the roster and just where they're at without a quarterback and first-year head coach and understand it ain't happening this year.
No.
And so you start building towards the future and spending money really for no reason
Right.
when you get the same thing out of Gardner Minshew. And again, you have to go to Carson Beck at some point anyways.
Yep. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And again, if
this
I'm
isn't the situation where you're going to get more money out of us because it doesn't really benefit us.
Right.
If I'm the Cardinals.
And as you said, mandatory mini camp starts in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
Right. Next week is the final 3 voluntary organized team activities. And then after that, 3-day mandatory mini camp, start getting fined. Will he show up? I don't know. Maybe he's dug his heels in. You know, he's going to say, I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be your starter for $1.5 million guaranteed.
And he may not be the only guy that doesn't show up for that. Josh Sweat's the ongoing situation right now.
Yeah, he's asked to be traded. Josh Sweat, 12 and a half sacks last year, wants to be traded. Okay. You want to go to a winner? I can understand that. But you're under contract. It's one of those things where these guys, sports is probably the only world where you can be under contract and just sit out, right? And say, I'm sorry, I don't like this deal anymore.
Yeah. The
Right.
athletes have all the leverage. So, and if I'm the Cardinals, okay. Sure, Josh, if someone wants to give me a 2nd round pick, or even a third round pick, okay.
You know what? A long time ago, I learned as a head coach, you are tied to your starting quarterback, right? And there's no position in sports more important than quarterback.
Nope.
And I learned a long time ago, you go as your quarterback goes. And so sitting in Mike LaFleur's seat right now, looking at the quarterback situation, I have Gardner Minshew out there. I have Keaton Slovis out there. I have Carson Beck, who's learning. And I got Jacoby Brissett sitting out. I mean, not only is the schedule daunting, not only is this roster still not where it needs to be, but now you're looking at my future as a head coach, and I'm going to start with a 0-5 record, 0-6 record, 0-11 record. My quarterback doesn't want to be here, don't know what we have.
Going back to your point, though, about quarterbacks, and that's the single most thing that leads to a team's success. Well, there's a reason the Cardinals have, made the playoffs 7 times?
7 times in 38 years.
38 years here in the Valley?
That's it.
How many homegrown
playoffs 6 times, winning season 7.
Excuse me.
Winning 7 winning seasons, 6 trips to the playoffs. Yeah.
And how many quarterbacks have they drafted, developed, and made a success story in that time?
Matt Leinart, Josh Rosen. Oh no.
The 2 years that led to the most playoffs were quarterbacks that had success elsewhere that they brought in the late stages. Carson Palmer with the Bengals.
Yep.
Kurt Warner with the Rams.
Yep. No, it's true.
That's it.
Yeah.
So for an organization, that sums it up.
What about Kyler Murray? 1 trip to the playoffs. Lost in the wild card.
And it was a complete disaster.
Yes, it was. I mean, I just don't think that this is going to be resolved anytime soon. I really don't. So, Cardinal fans, hang on to your seats, right?
It's going to be a long year.
It's going to be it's going to be a long year, and we'll find out. But I was impressed with Gardner at practice, just the way he attacks practice and is already integrated with the team. And there are 5 practices into voluntary OTAs. Looked fun.
Likable guy. Not going to lead to a lot of wins, but he's a likable guy.